Trapped by the contradictions of the chances that made me who I am. Well, I try, it never gets better. Floating in and out, feeble and fair weather. I low breathing, but I ain't leaving. Ain't no tearing this life from me. Live to the letter, should know better. Wish these words would just let me go, let me go. I've been a tired soul. I can barely lift my feet up to make another inch of this road. I told on and on to never get further. Think my leg broke, but I can't even bother. I low breathing, but I ain't leaving. Ain't no telling this life from me. Live to the letter, should've known better. Wish these words would just let me go, let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I told on and on to never get further. Think my legs are broke, but I can't even bother. I low breathing, but I ain't leaving. Ain't no telling this life from me. Live to the letter, should've known better. Wish these words would just let me go.
Swan Song, we had this producer named Chris Grau. He does a lot of videos for like all the ska bands, pretty much. He wanted to do some shows down here in Mississippi, so we had him come down here, and we had a bunch of plans that fell through for a video. It was going to be originally on a golf course. I don't really know where we're going to go with that, but that was the whole thing. And anyway, we decided that, you know, I had all my stuff for moving out just, you know, in my mom's house, like behind her house, and it was falling apart, and all the stuff was just like molding and gross. So we decided to just go in there with like sledgehammers and axes and just kind of rip it all apart, tear everything apart, throw everything away. Because like in the end of the song, you know, it says, "I'm letting go," and it's kind of like we are actually letting go of these things, and that was the whole concept. It's like a slowed down, like one take. I'll let Andy explain that more.
Yeah, we wanted to have some like natural special effects, so we did a slow-mo effect of us playing the song twice as fast. I think it might have been 150% actually, because we couldn't do twice as fast.
Which was a battle in itself.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, Jessica had to sing it 150% speed, and everybody had to mime to it. So that way, when we slowed it down later to 100% speed, she would be singing in time, but everything's being destroyed in slow motion.
And it looks almost as if I'm trying to not run into stuff because it's like I'm going so fast and you can't tell it.
That's cool. And I almost hit you with a crowbar.
You almost hit me with a
legit.
crowbar.
Like, did not realize you
in
were
the
behind
eyeball.
me.
In the eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you notice in the video how perfectly timed that is, like
That
was almost a bad thing.
It could have been, but we kept going.
No.
But yeah, I mean, we showed up to Jessica's mom's derelict house, and then Chris kind of, like, we had the general idea to just destroy things. Chris really kind of put it all together, like did a walkthrough, like scene by scene. It's just a one shot, like Jessica was saying. So we did a couple of rehearsal runs where, like, okay, at this part, this person's gonna, you know, bust open this wall, this person's gonna break a window, they're gonna be in the bathtub, like, you know, and he just went through the entire house, and we had to like move around and through the hall, and it was a lot of fun.
All you could hear was like shuffle, 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 shuffle,
Yeah.
like slam, slam, slam.
And the song was like,
Yeah, way too fast. It was great though, and we had a generator because we were going to blast the song at ourselves from outside so we could hear it mimic to it. That generator didn't work, so her mom had a generator.
That one didn't work.
That didn't work, so we settled on the producer. He followed us around with the camera in one hand and then the phone playing the song, and he was walking through the house like that the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, Jess. Where are we supposed to practice?
Walking on air, but it's getting thin. Is complacency so permanent? Leaving my well wishes by the stairs. Motivation so hard to find. Your sympathy's no friend
Hey, this is Red, and I'm from Red and the Revelers, and we're here at Red Radio Productions South, and I got spooky stories to tell you. I don't know how spooky you are, but they were spooky to me when they happened. So I live in this house, and this house is kind of haunted, we think. I have theories, but I ain't got time to explain them. But there has been some really weird things that have happened in our house at times. So I live with my roommate, and back when it was just us living in the house, it's a big tri-level house, and I was upstairs, and he lives next door to his parents. So every now and then his parents would just randomly drop by. It wasn't, it wasn't unnatural. And I was upstairs in the bathroom, and I clearly heard his mom say, "Greg, are you here?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I'll be down in just like a second." And about 10 seconds later, I ran downstairs, and there's nobody there. All the doors are locked from the inside. Like, can't find anybody anywhere. My roommate had a similar situation where about 3 o'clock in the morning, he woke up to his dad screaming his name, asking him to run downstairs, and he goes downstairs, and there's nobody there. Either his parents are ninjas and just like completely messing with us, or we have a spirit. We think it was, so there was an elderly gentleman that lived in the house before us that passed away, and he liked to play pranks on people a lot. So we like to think that it's him and not some ghost that's going to murder me in my sleep one day. But we've had lots of stuff come up missing around the house, just randomly. We had a whole tray of Rice Krispie treats, and everybody thought they were going to blame me, but I had no Rice Krispie treats. But even the whole container was gone. We checked the trash. It wasn't in the trash. We checked the trash outside. Wasn't in the trash. I went through trash to find a plastic container of Rice Krispie treats. Nowhere. My theory at that time was that we had somebody living in the attic, and I was not volunteering to go up there. No, that's happened, man. People have found out people have been living in their attics, and that's like that's worse than a ghost. That's scary as shit. Can you imagine, like, if you just came home and just randomly caught, like, some hobo climbing up in your attic, and he's like, "Oh, I've been here for, like, 5 months." And you're just like... Yeah, and I'm like, "Well, you know that weird thing I did on the 5th? Let's just not talk about that again, bro. You can just stay for another month. You just don't mention that to anybody." But my big story that we had happen was I had an artist buddy from Arkansas that I actually went to school with and graduated. His name's Adam Fawcett. He's amazing. Check him out. He was on tour. He tours everywhere. It's Adam Fawcett and the Tall Grass. And him and his buddy came down, and they stayed with us while he was in town doing a gig. And it rained. It was raining real hard, and the power had gone out during the day. And so we decided to sit on our back porch because we got a nice tin roof. You know, it was relaxing. We had a little bit of weed and a little bit of whiskey, you know, and we was chilling. And we're all four sitting around a table. And then all of a sudden, between me and my roommate, just for like if y'all ever seen like a light bulb when it just like gets too much power and it surges and then it blinks out, it was like that, but it was a orange cylinder of light about this high and about like that just flashed into existence, and like it looked solid, and then it went away. And I didn't say shit because I knew everybody would think I was crazy, you know. And but then Adam was like, "Are we just not going to talk about that big ass orange light that just appeared out of nowhere?" And so we all agreed. And then his buddy was like, "Well, who's in the house?" And we were like, "What?" And he goes, "Well, somebody just walked up to the window and looked through the blinds and was shining a light." And we're like, "There's nobody else here." And he's like, "Well, I saw them and they walked off. So when you come to our house, we may have great Mexican food, but we probably also got ghosts. So, you know, it could be kind of exciting."
So the second single we did a video for is called Eat the World. Again, we had another music video idea fall through. We've
had several.
That happens.
Yeah, we had an idea that involved a garage for part of the video, and we're like, oh, that's gotta be easy. Somebody we know has a garage, and yeah, we went on Facebook.
Somehow that was the hardest thing to find, was somebody that had a garage.
Yeah, it's above the pay scale of people we know.
I didn't expect that to be the struggle.
But yeah, so we did this with like a day's notice. We used the producer from there's another band I play in called Joystick, and this guy Jeff Van Gerwen shoots all the Joystick videos, and he also shoots indie horror movies and stuff. They just wrapped up one called Amityville NATO about a sentient tornado. So
yeah, we all died in the movie. It's a wind blower, it's a leaf blower, it's a whole thing.
So Brandon had the idea for this one.
Right, we had nothing to go on with you know, the garage plans falling through, and so I kind of was like, well, we have a theremin in the song, got kind of a weird alien-y vibe, and the lyrics kind of address imperialism and xenophobia and whatnot. So I thought, you know, maybe we can go on an alien theme, and it just kind of be a representation of like being accepting of your neighbors, whether they're from where you're from or not, kind of thing, you know.
And Curly's son Alex was tortured in the alien costume all day.
Yeah. Curly's son was
dying.
Yeah, it was so hot in that alien mask.
That house was very hot, and Gracie was out.
Yeah, just doing a bunch of run-throughs of people jumping around and screaming in the living room. It got real toasty. But Jeff was great with all the TV effects and stuff like that we could have never done ourselves. And
Curly with the improv in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, acting as a news anchor, you know. I didn't bake a cake, but I did icing for a cake. I was really proud of that, actually.
It was good.
I made a globe, you know, a little atlas and everything. I bought some green fondant, rolled it out, and like had my phone up with the countries and like cutting it out with a little X-Acto knife. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he made
little project
for Eat the World. He made the world cake. I think.
Yeah.
That made it come together.
Then we ate it at the end.
We did eat it. It was pretty good.
We did eat it. We ate the world.
It was a like Frankenstein Walmart cake. It was like one of those 4-sectional cakes, but then I just took the
all together.
icing on.
My piece was carrot cake, and there was a red velvet next to it. I was pissed off.
I would have been pissed too.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was, so we just kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hello, David Buster's here to pose a question. Is this the apocalypse? Are they living amongst us? I say yes. Do I have proof? Am I an expert? No, but you can trust me. Or are you going to trust the media corporations out there telling you that Hot Pockets can be cooked appropriately? They cannot. They're out amongst these streets and they're a menace. And when they come and take over, who's going to be the one laughing? You say I'm crazy, I'm going to be laughing at you! You!
Kenyon. I play trumpet in Flying Raccoon Suit.
My name is Jessica Johnson, and I sing in Flying Raccoon Suit.
My name's Andrew. I do guitar and I record the trombone for Flying Raccoon Suit. You said to start or talk about how we got started
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I wasn't there.
we've so the band has had two kind of lives because we did start when we were a bunch of youngsters in high school and stuff down here. So we were very thankful that at the time when we started there were like 3 all ages venues we could play at, and we started learning how to be a band then. Yeah, but now there's none, so I feel like it's got to be harder if you're a high school band to even like learn how to do that sort of thing. But yeah, we played around Mississippi for a number of years. Luckily, Stereo Hype was here. They let us open shows for them at like VFWs and stuff. And then after everybody does the college thing, moves away, we were inactive for a number of years. We restarted around 2015, 16 when.
I joined in 2015. My first show was actually with Days and Days with them.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's a huge band now.
Yeah, they're huge now, but yeah, and then Nevin was shortly after me, and then Brandon was right after Nevin.
Right.
Yeah, getting this lineup is like the real version of Flying Raccoon Suit now, because once we got Brandon, the lineup kind of settled in, and since like, was that 2016 or 17?
I think it was 16,
Yeah, very early 2016.
Yeah, so we recorded, the first song we did with him was Static Home, which people really liked, and yeah, since then we've really solidified.
Yeah, that one blew up, and because Brandon.
No, it's not.
Brandon's solo. Your solo and that gets mentioned a lot.
It does, but
So the ska community, I feel like part of why we've been able to get an audience at all is how welcoming they've been, because and that's to say there's not even ska bands around here, but with the online presence, and especially during quarantine within the ska community, everybody was hyping each other up really well. People were doing collaborations from, like Brandon and I recorded with people on the West Coast, and
yeah, I did vocals for bands out of Mexico and California. I mean,
yeah, horns for bands in New Jersey, and the fact that the scene is so mutually supportive and hypes each other up in that way has been great. We've gotten on festivals, we've been able to tour the country and Canada and have support everywhere we go, and we've all played different genres of music, and I haven't really seen that community when I play indie rock or when I play funk or brass band.
not quite as heavily, for sure. And again, the ska community being so online, like a heavy presence on platforms like Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, they're really good at knowing how to push these things that a lot of modern bands might not be as good at, because none of us became musicians to be really good at that. So it's just the work you have to do afterwards.
this is the art. It honestly perfectly like captures the sound of the album to me. Like, I don't know how Brianna Martinson out of New York managed to do that, but I think it's so pretty. I want this printed on everything.
Yeah, we sent them a couple art ideas, and we were like, one more literal and then one more abstract, and do whatever you want. And the literal one, like the Moonflower is a real plant, and we're like, maybe based on this and see what you think. But we loved the abstract one. They came up with much more. But yeah, this is our new album, Moonflower. We've been working on it like maybe what, 2.5 years.
Yeah, right after Afterglow, which came out in March 2021.
Right.
Yeah, so we haven't stopped recording since our last album, maybe since about 2019. We've been constantly, we put out 2 albums, an EP, 5 or 6 covers.
So many covers. I don't remember what we've done anymore.
Yeah, an 8-bit version of an album. So yeah, this is actually, we finished this, we got our masters back in like May or June. This is probably the longest break we've given ourselves in recording since, 2019.
But every song has like an individual genre, I guess, an individual sound that, I don't know, it all comes together to me.
Yeah, it's definitely an eclectic kind of sound going on. Like, ska is certainly the root and the backbone of the entire album and all the songs, but we kind of stretch that limit as far as we can with adding like stuff like big band types of introductions, or kind of reggae feels, which is part of ska, but
Twinkly emo guitar.
Yeah,
almost like American football kind of
yeah.
esque things going on. Heavy metal as well. Curly wrote a complete heavy metal song called "Long in the Tooth," and actually he's normally our drummer, and he also produces and mixes our albums. So
Yeah.
just
The
a few
longest.
moments. He's like kind of the secret MVP.
Right.
The longest song we've ever recorded.
Yeah, but he does screamo vocals and guitar on that one.
Oh,
So.
which he was in a band called Defy Me.
Yeah, a local metalcore band a while back, like when we were getting our start. And Brandon, he wrote "Don't Wait" on the last album, and he brought Sunflower for this one, and probably wrote like half the horn parts. He writes in a very different way, so I love having that to complement.
The layered horns, to me, are so
Yeah.
cool.
And
Yeah.
the experimentation. I was gonna say the experimentation in general, like ska lends itself to that because it's a big umbrella term, like it's a genre based in like cultural mixing. So even at its heart, it's like England new wave punk with Caribbean stuff, and it's kind of taken off and gone everywhere. So even like the southwestern ska scene is huge. It's the band that opened and closed the Olympics in Japan this last year's Tokyo Ska Paradise. So yeah, it's made its way all over the world, and you can kind of mix it with whatever influences you want.
Like, where would you like to see yourself grow with the band? Where would you like to perform? Are there any like things that you guys have like in a bucket list? That kind of stuff.
UK and Mexico for me.
That would be great. Our label has recently been sending kind of some bands to Japan, and then like having some Japanese bands come over here and support tours that way. And those shows look insane. The Japanese shows, like those folks show up. Locally or within the U.S., I would love to. There's a big international ska festival that happens over here called Supernova out of Virginia, and they're doing their 10-year anniversary festival next year. So I'm trying to shoot for that. It's gonna be a good goal.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I think that would be great. And then of course we're trying to make it out to California within the coming years too. That's something that's been on my list for a while. Japan too though.
Yeah.
I would
I didn't
love to
think about that
go
one, yeah.
and play in Japan, or just go to Japan in general, and to have the excuse of music would be just like, you know, amazing. So.
Right. Yeah, hitting some new places for sure. Because where we're at in the country for Mississippi, it's easy for us to tour the East Coast. Touring the West Coast, you got to get past Texas.
Gotta
It's
go
like,
through the entire United States for this.
The
yeah,
whole time zone.
Yeah.
yeah. We look at a map, and the past couple of years we've done East Coast. We're like, oh, Philadelphia, you know, you can get that in 18 hours straight. Or Texas is about 40 hours wide. So.
Instagram, it's at Flying Raccoon Suit, and Facebook, Flying Raccoon Suit, and it's just that probably everywhere else.
Mm-hmm. You can also find us on Spotify and Bandcamp, and are we on iTunes?
I think we're on
Yeah.
everything.
All that stuff.
All the ancillary stuff. We're on YouTube.
YouTube.
We have TikTok. We used it 3 times maybe.
Yeah, we post the same stuff to TikTok that we do elsewhere. The third single we put out is Sunflower, and this one was my idea. So the music and the videos, it's all sort of a collection of all our inputs, because like Swan Song was Jessica, Youth World was Brandon, this one was mine. And yeah, the thought behind this one was just to kind of do a day in the life video where at the end of the day, or at the end of everybody's, you know, life for that video, we just all come together and play music. So mostly it's just showing a little bit about all of our home lives and stuff. Like Guillermo's a geologist, so he's looking at rocks in it. And
That's a cool shot, and looking through the glass.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
yeah, so it's like, yeah, Brandon rushing off to a gig, and Nevin strapping on the work boots, and
clay, pouring a beer, and jetting off through New Orleans, coming to Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah.
On a
Yeah.
skateboard.
Yeah.
On I-10, yeah.
And then me just doing karaoke in my bedroom to my jungle skog, my bear stuff there, if you don't know what that is.
It's yeah, so this is probably the simplest idea, but it was cost effective, like most of our stuff is, and it was free, and it was fun. Our drummer did all the editing. Our friend Derek did all the filming.
Yes,
So.
Derek Miller.
Yeah, Derek Miller, who used to be in that metalcore band Defy Me with Curly. We like to have friends in for reference. Oh, and the guitarist from Defy Me is the guy who plows through drywall in the Swan Song video.
Yes.
Shout out Ryan and Derek.
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
And
Easter eggs.
my scenes in Sunflower, where I'm in my bathroom, I had to I can't really see my entire face when I stand up. Through my mirror, it's all the way up here, but you can only see this much of my head. So I had to squat halfway on his amp, in my bathroom, so you could see me through the mirror.
Yeah, we posted a photo today about how versatile orange amps are, because she had to stand on the amp.
I had to squat
I didn't
on
even
it
know that.
for a hot minute. Oh yeah, you weren't even there.
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
Our album just came out, so check that out wherever you can listen to it. And we have 2 local release shows, which we don't play locally very often, so we want to try to blow it up and make it special. We're playing The Grocery at Ocean Springs on December 1st with our friends Goodwin Rayner and Northern Lights Suplex. And then December 2nd, we're in Pensacola at the Handlebar, also with Goodwin Rayner, but with the bands Hop Out and Karate Literature, who are local to Pensacola.
Just wait to see what's in store. But I've heard that one before. Though I don't see all the time I've wasted coming back.